What is up, everybody? So, I've been taking a little bit of a break because, as you may or may not know, I just got married. But today we're going to get into a little project that is related to the wedding, actually. I made a little craft thing for my groomsmen. I didn't want to just give them a present. I wanted some kind of entertaining presentation. So I made them one of these secret compartment books for each of them. Also, I've taken to calling it the Rob Schneider "You Put Your Weed in Here" book. But anyway, no weed in here, just an engraved pocket knife, and this "You're Kind of a Dick" chewing gum. Yep. So, anywho, the way that I did this is not quite the same as other folks that do this on the internet. A lot of people say you can't use a power tool to make one of these hidden compartment books, and I say that's a load of crap. You just have the wrong tool. Most people use an Exacto knife, and I am using these for some precision, but if you have the right tool, you can accomplish this, and you can actually do a lot better than this. This was my first attempt. I made 3 more that looked a lot better. So let's get into exactly which tool you're going to need. I took to using this, which is an oscillating multi-tool. Mine's from Master Mechanic. Honestly, the brand that you use is not important in the least bit. I had a Dremel brand, which was one of the original makers of these things and a higher-end brand. It broke within a month of purchasing it. This one's a Master Mechanic. It cost about 1/3 of the first one that I had, and I've had this for 2 years, and it's going strong. Now, in addition to the tool itself, you're going to need the right blade on this thing. And I found that this flat kind of chisel-shaped blade, which says it's a rigid scraper blade, this worked really great. The tip of it was dead flat. It doesn't have any kind of kerf on it like a regular saw blade would. And this was just absolutely perfect for cutting these books out with a pretty good level of precision. So I highly recommend this, but if you can't find one, and I just happened to go down to the hardware store a couple of minutes ago to see if they had them, and they did not. Well, here's another solution. We're going to make our own. So I happen to have a bunch of these older dull blades. Now you can see on this one, the teeth for the saw blade, they're almost all knocked off of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to grind the teeth off of this thing till it's a nice straight edge, and it's going to be the perfect tool for cutting the pages out of these books. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Here we go. Now I'm gonna start on the coarser wheel here first to knock these teeth off. So now that I'm done on the coarse wheel, I've ground those teeth right off. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go over here to the finer wheel, and I'm just going to try and sharpen this up a little bit. Now this isn't necessarily the final step, but we're going to try and get this as flat and as sharp as we can on the grinding wheel. If you compare these two things, obviously you can't feel the edge on these, but this edge that we just made on the grinder is every bit as sharp and then some past the one that was bought from the store. Now, I'm actually not quite done yet. I'm going to approach this thing like I would my woodworking chisels, and we're going to use what's called the scary sharp method of sharpening. Right here I have basically just a couple of flat blocks of MDF. Now honestly, we'd probably be very good at this point. This would cut our paper quite easily, I have no doubt about that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use various various grits of sandpaper to basically bring this edge down to a mirror finish, so it's going to be super sharp. Usually the test of how sharp an edge is to see if it'll shave hair on your arm. Now this is not doing that. It's sharp, but it's not that sharp. So here's what we need. Now you could use any sharpening method you please. I do have a couple of sharpening stones. I honestly don't use these very often, but you could use sharpening stones if you want to take it to this extra level of sharpness. You can use sandpaper, you can use diamond plates. I'm a cheapskate, so I use this stuff. So, and honestly, for what we're doing, this will work great. So I'm going to go ahead and once again clamp this down so my blocks aren't moving all over the place while I'm trying to sharpen. And I'm going to wet that sandpaper. And what I want to do is just kind of focus as best I can on that edge. I'm just going to hold this thing at a very slight incline up off the paper so the grit is focused on that edge. Very sharp. We'll do one more time on a test patch. Ooh, yeah. I'd shave my face with this thing, but I wouldn't want to. Alright, so I think we have our blade done. And with that, we'll set some tools to the side here. We'll get a stack of paper. This is stuff that I cut out of the other book. And this is a test run. I haven't made one of these before, and I don't know that it's going to work, but I'm pretty sure it's going to work. So I'm just going to clamp down this random bunch of paper. I'm going to find my tool. And hopefully I'm going to find the Allen wrench that I need to put that thing in. That would be nice. There we go. Alright, go ahead and put the tool back on. Here's the test. That's like warm butter. Like a knife through warm butter even. Wow, that's just like, wow. I'm getting my metaphors mixed up here, but anyway, that bastard can cut. Holy cow. Now, if you think in any freaking world it would be faster to cut through every single page with one of these things, you got another thing coming, pal. This homemade tool here that, well, we made out of an old crappy blade, this thing's going to be awesome. I think I'm going to make a bunch of these books, and I'm going to sell them on Etsy, and you people are going to buy them, okay? So go on Etsy, buy my stuff.